Welcome to an all-new edition of The Take. I'm your host, as always, Kendrick Dix, on this Thursday, March 28, 2019. Man, what a way we kick off The Take with the spring break. You saw last week we were outside the studio. Now we're back inside the studio for this week and going forward. So we may make occasional appearances going outside every now and then. We might, experiment with going during the summertime. So just, never know. But, hey, it is what it is. But first things first, join in that conversation using the hashtag Take here on Connect. Glad you're here. Let's get started with the big story. All right, the big story this week is, man, spring break is here. It's out in effect. And Inside Edition gives you the latest on all the festivities on spring break. Watch this.
It's spring break in Miami Beach, where the party goes all night long. During the day, it's fun in the sun.
We're here to have fun.
About 60 seconds of shit on us.
But mayhem is putting a blemish on this year's festivities. The chaos is posted all over social media. Girls brawling on the street. A woman getting knocked out cold. This spring breaker passing out in a hotel lobby.
Some of those videos are pretty awful. And as a city, we're embarrassed by it. And we want to do everything we can to curtail that behavior.
Over the weekend, 150 officers were added for spring break duty. Patrols guarded every major intersection in South Beach. Platoons of cops fanned out on the beach, making arrests and confiscating drugs and alcohol.
All right, now to stop right there. Now you saw that college student getting drunk. You saw a woman getting punched out. Well, that's one thing about spring break. Spring break can get a little bit hectic, a little bit crazy, a little bit wild, a little bit loose. But even the mayor had this to say from
Miami Beach Mayor Dan Gelber.
We're not going to spare an expense to make sure we have order in our community.
Yeah. One thing about the mayor, he said he's not going to tolerate that this spring break. He's going to have full drones of policemen out there in effect, ready for people who want to make crazy decisions, poor decisions at least, and just go out wild and get drunk and have sex and just do what they want to do on a regular basis when they already fulfill their fantasies for just only 1 week. All right. What would you do if you saw this? saw right there, 4 spring breakers coming, going to the gas station and trying to get gas and instantly get robbed. And they turned the tables and tried to put the the gunmen in their place and the gunmen walk away. It's kind of risky and it kind of look dangerous because at the same time, you know, imagine somebody's life could have got lost. We deal in the gas station. We dealt with this so many times where things just happen to awry and, you know, people will, you know, put the attention off on them and put on you. Like I had one time, one person was, it was just a long story. It was just a confusing story that didn't make sense and made sense that it was nonsense to me. It was, and to them, they were just trying to get over as usual. But this spring break, just everyone for the remainder, just have a good time, have fun. Don't get in trouble. I'll tell you that right now. Don't get in trouble. All right. In celebrity news, Carolina's quarterback Cam Newton is saying he's giving up sex for the month of March to make his mind mentally strong and help him prepare for a bounce back season. One thing about Cam Newton, he said on the Late Show with James Gordon, you know, people got needs and everybody got their sexual needs, especially men, especially women. And Cam Newton being an athlete, you know he has a high self-drive. You know, you would think that, but that's what we dudes do. We all have high sex drive. Just kind of like a little bit offish, and you know, you gonna want it when you need it. So Cam, I don't know what you thinking. Like, he been coming out with these crazy challenges every month. What's the next challenge for next month? Cut his hair off. That's what I want him to do. Look at all that hair. Look like a bird's nest. Come on, dude. In 1 minute, he said one challenge the last month was for veganism. The other one was something else. And then this month, he's giving up sex. And you know what, Cam? Do what you got to do. If that makes you feel better and makes you mentally strong, do what you got to do. You know, hey, it is what it is. Speaking of Cam's fellow athletes, we heard this week that fellow NFLer and Patriots quarterback won the Super Bowl, Robert Gronkowski, renounced his retirement at 29. So many people are speculating that Gronk, what he's going to do. Well, Gronk's going to be doing what Gronk's do, just being Gronk. But there's a lot of rumors and speculation. He might go to WWE. Who knows? And also with that, Conor McGregor announced his retirement. He's done giving up the Boston Muller. Well, after that loss, you lost to Floyd Money Mayweather. You would want to consider done after, you know, what you done with that. And Nikki Bella, she's somewhat semi-retired, so she says she's done. She's hanging her boots. All these athletes retiring and stuff, and then you got Cam Newton talking about giving up sex for money. What's going on for real in the world of athleticism? All right, let's speak over that. Where, speaking of athletes on the other side, with those crazy athletes, one athlete in particular, Shaquille O'Neal, is the new face of Papa John's. And he visited GMA to explain why he became the face of the new pizza brand. Watch this.
Well, I've been named as an official board member of Papa John's.
Wow. Yeah, congratulations.
The first African American member that's been asked to join the board because listen, everyone loves pizza and pizza loves everyone.
Yeah.
Shaq is no history to celebrity marketing. As you see these listed commercials, yeah, with the General, yeah, with some other video game, yeah, with Gold Bond, Shaq has done it all. So Shaq knows a thing or two about celebrity marketing. He's likable. He's a huge guy. He's a giant among men. So Shaq could help take this struggling product of Papa John's with its former founder, who was the face of the pizza brand, who considered himself a racist, and then you get Shaquille O'Neal, who coming in as a spokesman and going to join the board of directors, and he takes this struggling franchise and make it into a global powerhouse that it once was again. So Shaq can do it, and I believe Shaq can make wonders happen in more ways than one. So big up to Shaq. All right, Roseanne Barr, you know, former star Roseanne of her hit self-titled show Roseanne, blames her TV daughter Sarah Gilbert for this.
Are you out of your damn mind?
This morning, new controversy from a familiar mouth. Roseanne Barr being criticized once again nearly a year after the Roseanne reboot was canceled over her racist social media statement. The star now speaking out about longtime co-star Sarah Gilbert, telling the Washington Post she destroyed the show and my life with that tweet. In 2018,
Apologized, but ABC came out, spoke out against Roseanne, cancelled the show, brought back a spin-off called The Connors, and killed off Roseanne.
Yeah, so now you're caught up to speed.
Roseanne, get it through your head. Sarah Gilbert has nothing to do with what you did. You went and created a tweet and you said that Valerie Jarrett was an ape from Planet of the Apes. And then you said you blamed it on Abraham. You know what? You can't take up responsibility. You can't take accountability. Just be accountable for your actions and just say, you know what? I did make a mistake. I learned from a mistake. I'm going to do better. That's all. That's all. That's all we need. That's all we ask. Don't blame on Sarah Gilbert. Sarah Gilbert was trying to help you, and you turn the monkey around and stab her in the back. Come on. Thank Roseanne. All right. On talk shows this week, GMA had their Veep week. Veep on HBO, where it had its star Julia Louis-Dreyfus to come on and sit down and just talk about her recent cancer scare that she overcome. Watch this.
Quite overwhelming and very, very buoying to me, frankly, personally.
Okay, isn't that
Yeah.
I went through it also.
Yes, I know.
As a healthy person, you're like, okay, you know what? I should talk about it. So
Yeah.
I'm going to help others. You're the one in return, all the goodwill, knowing people from all walks of life are lifting you up.
Yeah, and also, I mean, it sounds kind of corny, but there's something about after you've walked through something like this, which is such a crisis, to be able to sort of help someone who's then going through it is very sort of comforting to yourself in a weird way. It really is something that I'm happy to do. It gives me a lot of energy and a good feeling.
But because your initial post was so good and it really helped the discussion. You said in part, the good news is that I have the most glorious group of supportive, caring family, friends, fantastic insurance through my union. The bad news is not all women are so lucky. So it's been great that you've been able to have that discussion.
Yes, well, I think universal health care is a must, and I am horrified at the idea that people who might be enduring this kind of huge crisis, and it's terrifying to get a diagnosis like this. And if you don't have insurance
I can't imagine.
or means, what do you do? And that should be a fundamental right, you know, like drinking water.
Julia Louis-Dreyfus, you know, working through it, and she got through it, and her support system, and she can't thank many people enough. So I think Julia Louis-Dreyfus, she's going to leave Veep, well, a big way and a big bang. I tell you that. All right. On People TV, all right, the Spice Girls, everyone remember the Spice Girls, the 90s girl group with such hits as I Really, Really Want, Tell Me What You Want, What You Really, Really Want, Spice of Your Life, you know, other hits and stuff. Well, Mel B, who was Scary Spice, said that she had sex with Ginger Spice, Jerry Rodwell, and you won't believe this. Take a look.
In a clip that Pierce shared on Good Morning Britain on Monday, he asked Mel B, quote, "You were coming here to be brutally honest. Did you or didn't you sleep with Jerry Halliwell?"
Now, Mel B replied saying, yeah, we all slept in the bed together, but not like that, all of us, adding that Jerry, quote, had great boobs. Pierce then asked, did you sleep with Jerry like that?
Pierce really going for it here.
Really
Following up, in response to that question, Mel B smiled and nodded in the affirmative. Pierce was speechless. She went on to add, she's going to hate me for this because she's all posh in her country house with her husband. You don't think she knew? That Jerry knew she was going to reveal this?
I think they did,
Come
right?
on. So don't forget.
Otherwise, I would be so sad if I was Jerry that she's saying this. Like, let me live my life. I don't need all these stories coming back to haunt me.
And just in case you didn't remember, Jerry was Ginger Spice. Mel B, of course, Scary Spice. And while this is all happening, 45-year-old Mel C, Sporty Spice, is sitting in the crowd, jaw dropped in total disbelief as it's all kind of being said.
Pierce confirmed on the morning show that after the taping, Mel B called Jerry to let her know this alleged secret was out. Jerry has not yet publicly commented on this. I wonder if she's going to.
Oh, she will. There's no way she won't. If Jerry didn't know about the whole thing, or that she was going to say it, that's what I mean. It seems maybe unfair to spill it, or you have to give Mel the benefit of the doubt that they have such a close relationship that she knows this will be fine.
I don't know. I think you would have to get permission from your friend to release that information.
Yeah.
Right? If you haven't said it yet. You know what I mean?
All of a
Why
sudden-
would all of a sudden
Hey,
now's the moment?
When you're in front of Piers Morgan, you can't hold anything back.
Yeah.
Gets it out. Mel B hasn't mentioned any of this on social media either. People reached out to Mel B and Jerry's reps. Both had no comment so far.
But the timing is interesting. It's kind of all unfolding as a Spice Girls reunion is on the horizon. So maybe they're trying to get people excited about it.
I'm excited.
Yeah, I know. That makes me more excited.
The 2019
Mel B and Jerry. I think this is like HLA. If you ever heard of HLA, hot lesbian action with the Spice Girls. Woo, HLA, HLA, HLA. Just made me think in my head. HLA, HLA. I'm always looking at Spice Girls like HLA. You know, my dream, my fantasy is coming true with the Spice Girls. I always thought the Spice Girls was kind of a little bit off and a little bit on center. But now I know. All right. On the View this week, former co-host and conservative Elizabeth Hasselbeck stopped on the show to promote her new book, and she revisited so many memories with her other former co-host, Rose O'Donnell, where Rose O'Donnell had a secret crush on her. You won't believe what Elizabeth's response was. Take a look.
It was mutual. She said it wasn't sexual, but that you played softball. And I'm not sure what that meant, but what did it mean to you?
That's the breath of the Holy Spirit. Like, please, Holy Spirit, work through me right now so I don't answer my own mic.
Yes.
Take a breath.
Couple things. So
Take a breath.
this is right. So, Lord help me. This is how I believe this needs to be addressed, both truthfully and maybe where I wouldn't have addressed it with some grace in years past and haven't. I will now. So 2 things. One, I think what she said was reckless, untrue, and not only insulting, disturbing when it comes to how she felt about somebody in the workplace. That somebody happened to be me, but if you replace what Rosie said and you take her name out and you put in Ruben or Robert, then we would be in a situation where you would see the
objectification.
Thank you, objectification of a woman in the workplace. And that's disturbing because where we may be really against that when it comes from a man to a woman, you don't get a pass because you're a lesbian objectifying a woman in the workplace. You just don't.
Well, she didn't say anything about the way you looked or anything. She just said she had a crush on you. Is that the same thing? I'm just curious.
There were words in her statement that said she had intentionally tried to groom me and take me under her wing.
Does that mean
and
brush
there
your
was
hair?
I have no idea. But here's the thing. Number one, the feeling was not mutual. But I did respect her as a co-host and as a person in the office, as I think it should happen in all workplaces. But I think what we're hearing is we should be as disturbed about that in this case as we have been in the fact if her name was Robert. Secondly, I think what she said about female athletes, if you're an athletic girl and you're competitive and you're gritty, and I wore eye black and I slid into second base, and if you're a runner or a pitcher, or if whatever your sport is, basketball, whatever it is, it's a lie and it's reckless to attach a sexuality to that. And I think it's selfish on her part. And I would say it to my friend. Just because you're athletic doesn't have anything to do with your sexual preference. It just doesn't. And then third, I would say this. One more thing, I would say this. I do feel like, and I would say this, I would call her if I had her number. I tried yesterday.
Did you?
I believe that above all, like, I've been given a lot of grace by God and I mess a lot of things up, and I certainly will continue to do so. And so I feel like I have the grace of forgiveness, and that I forgive Rosie. I absolutely forgive her because I was disturbed by what she said and I was offended by it. She has my forgiveness full heart, and I really pray that she can just have the peace that she deserves. That's my ultimate prayer. And there may be some truth tackling to be done in it, but it's not without the grace that I hope that she's okay. And I hope that she's at peace, and I hope she and I can get to a place of peace at some point, but more I want it for her than anything else. So that's all I have about that.
Yes, Liz, how could you be smitten by Rose O'Donnell when Rose O'Donnell was, you know, openly gay lesbian? You know, you would think, and you know, ain't nothing against Rose O'Donnell, but Rose just kind of, you rubbed her the wrong way, and things just didn't go your way. So hey, it is what it is. But Elizabeth has to be a little bit timid, a little bit like, hey, Rosie, I don't go that way, but we still be friends. Rosie didn't think so. Rosie wanted more than a friendship, but she did. All right. Stay tuned, everyone. We'll be right back. Won't take. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. I'm your host, as always, Kid Hicks here. Once again, thank you all for watching. Thank you all again for watching previous takes. We thank you. We love your love and support. Keep it up. Join in the conversation using hashtag take here on Connect. Alright, let's get to it. The political rundown. On political rundown this week, the Muller report is released. And we found out that President Trump, that the whole report saying that President Trump was in collusion with Russia. And but he was happy with this.
After a long investigation, after so many people have been so badly hurt, after not looking at the other side, where a lot of bad things happened, a lot of horrible things happened, a lot of very bad things happened for our country. It was just announced there was no collusion with Russia, the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. There was no collusion with Russia. There was no obstruction and none whatsoever. And it was a complete and total exoneration. It's a shame that our country had to go through this. To be honest, it's a shame that your president has had to go through this before I even got elected. It began. And it began illegally. And hopefully somebody's going to look at the other side. This was an illegal takedown that failed. And hopefully somebody's going to be looking at the other side. So it's...
Well, that didn't end there, as the president was so happy. Into the next day, he even told the media, the spectators, on what had went wrong with them. Watch this.
I just want to tell you that America is the greatest place on earth. The greatest place on earth. Thank you very much. Thank you.
It is that case, but also Sarah Huckabee Sanders had to put her 2 cents in it. But she had scolded NBC Today show's Savannah Guthrie with this.
Decision making here. Let me ask you this. For the last 2 years, the president has absolutely eviscerated Bob Mueller, a lifelong public servant, a former Marine, a registered Republican, I might add. He's called him a national disgrace, discredited, a prosecutor gone rogue who oversaw a gang of thugs. In the end, this individual conducted investigation, came to a conclusion that ultimately cleared, as we just discussed, the president. Did Robert Mueller deserve better from the president than this kind of language and behavior?
Frankly, I think the American people deserved better. They didn't deserve for the election of this president to try to be taken down.
Wait a minute, but the president's rhetoric about a public servant doing a job.
Are you kidding? The president's rhetoric matches. They are literally, the media and Democrats have called the president an agent of a foreign government.
Wait.
But that is an accusation equal to treason, which is punishable by death in this country.
Well, wait a minute.
I mean, that is.
You have kids, and you know that if you say, "Did you do this?" the answer isn't, "Yeah, but my brother did that."
Savannah, you don't know what I'm doing. You know what I'm doing. I'm trying to keep my job, Savannah. I got a father that's on a gospel Trinity network, and I'm here just talking to me to make as much money I can make because my mom. Even President Trump likes me. All right. Hey, yeah, what it is. President Trump a little bit happy. And also, next week, on Viral, watch the Mueller report where we would talk about the whole stuff. We'll talk about Sarah Sanders, President Trump, and anybody else that had any involvement in this little Mueller investigation. All right, on the reality show clip now, on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, the drama keeps stirring and keeps continuing. From the fallout for Eva's wedding, well, Marlo Hampton, who made it clear that she does not like Eva one bit, she tolerates her because she and Nene's tight, and Marlo's tight with Nene too when Nene's around. But Eva, she don't like Eva, but an unlikely source came up to Marlo and presented her with this information that many people will call juicy. Watch this.
The wedding was beautiful. That wedding was fabulous. They spared no expense.
They probably did not, but they should have. I'm hearing that they're having a problem with where they're living, that they're renting. I'm hearing that they have to get out ASAP.
Ouch, Marlo, ouch.
I'm telling you, the streets are saying her car has a CPA number, a CPA number. What
that is?
I don't know, some crooked way to get a car. The streets are saying that all her bridesmaids are pissed at her and she turned them all against her.
Oh, God, Marlo, you in this ponytail, I can't.
What's crazy is that one of Eva's bridesmaids calls me. It's like, hi, Marlo, this is such and such. Eva is a fraud. She hasn't paid this. She hasn't paid that. She's taking care of Michael Sterling. He's broke. And I don't know if this is absolutely true. I should know more, but it's not good.
The woman said that Eva is broke and moving around different houses like that. It's sort of like you have to, they say you keep your friends closer, keep your enemies closer, or you make, they say make the best of friends, make good enemies. It's just like, it's a total shit, right there. It's just, it keeps the drama thick and it keeps the pot going. But at the same time, what worth was it for Eva to put her friend in the wedding and then found out that her friend was telling all her secrets, telling her business? And it's kind of like, what kind of friend is she? So you have to wonder on that. So Eva had to keep her on par. But Eva got a lot on her plate where her ex, Kevin McCall, even she alleges that he's stalking her. So she had to file a restraining order to keep him away from her. There's just a lot going on in Eva's life. It's just so much. So much. All right. On news this week, congratulations and order goes to Portia Williams for giving birth to her baby girl PJ with her fiance Dennis. So congratulations to the both of them on the kid. Also, rap legend Dr. Dre is in hot water with this.
Rapper and producer Dr. Dre probably didn't realize that when he posted this picture of his daughter Sunday morning, boasting about her acceptance into the University of Southern California, and it would get him so much backlash. The caption read, quote, "My daughter got accepted into USC all on her own. No jail time." Well, many people took it as a swipe at the college admission scandal involving high-profile celebrities like Felicity Huffman and Lori Loughlin, where parents allegedly cheated and paid to get their kids into several schools, including USC. But the internet is saying Dre has already, or at least something similar, pointing out that he literally has a building at the university with his name on it. The USC Jimmy Iovine and Andre Young Academy for Arts, Technology, and the Business of Innovation. He made the $70 million donation to the school alongside record exec Jimmy Iovine back in 2013. Dre's daughter Truly didn't look too thrilled in this picture she uploaded last spring, saying he was pushing her to go to USC.
Yeah, but if it all goes through like it's supposed to, the whole neighborhood knows you and they'll expose you.
Well, by Sunday afternoon, he had deleted the post. Even though it's gone, social media users are still tearing up his comment section. "You paid $70 million to send her and she still didn't get into Ivy League," said one user. "Sorry, wasn't cool. Could have just posted you were happy and not needed to make a dig at someone else's expense," another wrote. Someone else said, "You set that shot up years ago. Shady, shady, shady." For now, Dre is tight-lipped on the issue. Maybe this is a clue as to how he might feel.
Nowadays, everybody wanna talk like they got something to say, but nothing comes out when they move their lips, just a bunch of gibberish. And act like they forgot about.
You saw right there, Dr. Dre is in some hot water because his daughter got accepted to UFC, and many people are saying with this recent college admission scandal, is Dr. Dre going to be the next victim, next celebrity to be caught? As we saw Lori Loughlin and Felicity Huffman getting caught into that caught web of lies. So I hope Dr. Dre, he did donate to the school $70 million to build a center. We just hope that Dr. Dre, don't get caught involved in that little mess, because it is going to be a little bit more thick and deep than it already is when he threw that. But, Dr. Dre should just recuse himself out there and say, you know what, I ain't even get involved with, I'm over here living well. Because with Beaks and then his masters, he is living well. So I don't know why Dre wanted to get himself involved in that. But hey, to each his own. All right. In the viral video of the week, all right, these 9 nurses are pregnant. Yeah, at the same time. And you won't believe how this all transpired. Watch this.
Their life's work is to help bring new lives into the world. Pretty soon, though, these nurses will help each other do just that.
I feel like every other day we would come into work and there would be like, someone else is pregnant, and then we'd start writing a list.
The Stork appears to be setting up shop at Maine Medical Center, specifically in the labor and delivery unit.
I think that there was a moment of shock once we started getting to, pregnant nurse number like 6, 7, 8, like, okay.
9 nurses announcing they're pregnant, their due dates back to back. 2 in April, 2 more in May, June, then July. Some expecting for the first time. Brittany Verville posting a photo with 8 of the 9 to Facebook. Before long, the baby boom blew up.
All of a sudden it was like at 50 likes, and we're like, oh my gosh, it's at 50 likes. And then we went to bed because we worked night shift, and we woke up and we're like, oh my gosh, I think we're viral.
I think it's comforting knowing that we will be taking care of each other.
And comfort in knowing on this floor, someone's bound to know what to expect when expecting.
The greatest floor for like pregnancy resources, because everywhere we look, there's someone that's an expert.
Lindsay Mills, News Center, Maine.
Those 9 nurses getting pregnant at the same time tell you that who's going to be running the shift when one of them or all of them or maybe some of them might have to be on delivery sooner rather than later. And they said they got people prepared to do so. Okay? I'm telling you. Well, that's a lot, but more power, willpower to all of them. They had to time it and just be like this. Well, if we can all get pregnant at such and such at 11 o'clock tonight, or about like 10:57, 10:47, we're good to go. Oh my God. But more willpower to those nurses to keep that up. All right, everyone. Thank y'all for watching the tape this week. I've been Kenny Jason so long, and we'll see you next time here on the tape. See you later.